welcome to the FTFE channel. I am Max. Kat is sleeping over there. We have Craig and we have Gregory. And today we're going to have an evolution debate and we're going to jump right into it. Before we do that, make sure to do the social thing is like, share, subscribe, send this to a friend, send this to your significant other, go to the corner, yes, the corner of your street, and yell, subscribe to Craig McNeil, FTFE, and share my thoughts. And that way we can share the love for the channel. All right, I'm going to put a timer on screen, and who would like to go first?
Well, I feel like Gregory should just go first. If he wants to, do you want to introduce yourself, Greg, or I just want to go straight into 10 minutes of evidence?
Sure. Basically, yeah, I'll go into 10 minutes of my introduction.
All right, give me just 1 second. Let me set the timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes,
Where is it? There we go. 10. You should see that on my screen there, right? Perfect. All right. When you start speaking, I'll hit the go time. Thank you for being here. And you are free to start.
Okay, thank you. Well, you all know Craig. This is his channel. I'm just a regular guy. I live in Idaho in the United States. Craig and I have one thing in common. We both served in the Navy. He served in the lesser of the two navies, the Royal Navy. I served in the greatest Navy, the United States Navy. And we were both in submarines. So we have a mutual respect, and I think that we can have a good debate tonight as a result of that, even though we completely disagree on every worldview you could think of, which is how we ended up on this. We ended up in a little bit of a debate on Facebook over heaven and hell, which I'd love to revisit during some point of this, but this is about evolution and creation, what we agreed to debate tonight. So first off, I want to ask everyone here to have an open mind. I know you've been taught evolution by the publicly funded tax dollar, my tax dollars. Whether you're in the UK, whether you live in Russia or the United States got jealous of Russia because they got Sputnik up, so they decided to teach evolution in our schools and deceive all of our children. So they started teaching evolution. This false teaching has been largely funded by millions and millions of dollars a day, and creation has no funding. So I'm just asking everyone that's listening here, I'm hoping that you have an open mind. You know, you spent your whole life believing evolution. You spent your whole life believing Big Bang Theory that I'm going to expose as utter nonsense tonight. Give 5 minutes of honest thought. I'm asking you to be objective and actually consider what I'm saying, because you've probably never honestly looked at it or been taught this. I know you haven't been taught this in any public institution. All of our tax dollars go to fund the teaching of evolution in every public institution, from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade, and then in all of the public colleges. And I, for one, resent my tax dollars being used to indoctrinate people to not believe in God, by the way. And the other part of this is huge, and Craig denies this, that evolution is absolutely a religion more occultish than any ridiculous cult you can think of, like Mormonism, Jehovah's Witness. There's lots of Christian cults. There's Islam. There's the ridiculous Buddhist stuff. You know, all this stuff is based on such ridiculous nonsense. There's only one real true God. He's shown us the truth. And all these other religions, including evolution, which is absolutely a religion based completely on faith and not on facts, and I'm going to expose that 100% tonight. And for some reason, evolutionists deny that, even though there's no facts to back up what they have to say. There's no transitional forms in the fossil record. There would be no fossil record without Noah's flood. You have to get fossilization, you actually have to have something that creates fossilization. You can't just, I live in Idaho. Okay, I've killed lots of animals here. You kill an animal on the ground, good luck. It's going to be there for maybe a week or two. Okay, and other animals are going to eat it, and it's going to go away. There's no fossilization. Mice eat all the bones, the antlers. I can't even find an antler that's 2 years old because the mice have eaten it. Okay, there is no fossilization without Noah's flood. You have petrified wood all over the world. Petrified wood happens in mere hours with floodwaters. It does not happen without it. I'm going to show you how canyons, like the Grand Canyon, there's canyons that have actually formed in literal weeks. It does not take billions and millions of years. You're going to hear all kinds of billions and millions of years nonsense from Craig tonight. Whenever it comes to the left and the secularism, they have to point to something you cannot actually see. It's got to be stars that are trillions of. Did you know they say the closest star is 25 trillion miles away? Who measured that? Okay. And then they want to tell us that dinosaurs lived millions and millions of years ago, but they find dinosaur tracks with human tracks. Okay. They found that in actually a creek bed in Texas, and there's all kinds of evidence for it. So open your mind. I'm going to read a quick scripture here. Here's the truth for you, right out of Romans 1, verse 20, starting at verse 20. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. Because that when they knew God, they glorified him not as God, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, Craig. But they thought they were wise. The Bible also says that God uses the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. The ways of man seem right in his own eyes, but the end thereof are the ways of death. You think you're so smart, but the whole time, you're just a fool. And change the glory of the uncorruptible God unto an image made like to the corruptible man, and to birds and four-feathered beasts and creeping things. Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness through the lusts of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of God into a lie and worshipped and served the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. So, the reason an evolutionist cannot find God is not much different than the reason a thief cannot find a policeman. This evolution supports our ability to say, we don't have accountability. We don't have to be nice to other people. We don't have to honor common law. We don't have to respect our fellow man or women or anything, because there is no more. What do you borrow your morality from? The Christians? I had a debate with LGBTQ folks about 6 years ago, and I said, what is to keep pedophiles from being a sexual preference? And they told me, oh, that's ridiculous. That's so ridiculous. Why is it ridiculous? And then guess what? 3 years later, it came out in actual magazines in the United States that pedophiles had decided that they were just another sexual preference. How tragic that you have nothing to base your morality on, but you don't want the accountability of a creator. So this evolution gives you the ability.
Sorry, can we go back to evolution?
Yeah. That's exactly what we're on, buddy.
No, we're not.
I hope you're not going
to
continue to show me that you're on Craig's team here, because you're supposed to be a moderator.
I'm the moderator, yes.
Yeah.
And you're speaking about a bunch of stuff.
You're a moderator. Uh-oh. So this is exactly what we face in the world, and thank you for bringing up that example. Everything is geared towards evolution. If you're a scientist and you decide that you don't believe in evolution, you lose your tenure. You get fired. You lose your job. In fact, there was one evolutionist in California, and she was an evolutionist. She simply reported the facts. She found a T-Rex with flesh on its bones, and all she did was report the truth. you know, and they took her tenure, they fired her, and that was the end of her career because you're not allowed to consider this if you're in mainstream. You're just simply not allowed to. That's the fact of the matter. So, um, I had a couple of things. Hold on. If you want the science, all you have to do is follow the money. Modern science is bought and paid for. Did you know 98% of the scientific findings get exactly what the funders wanted to see? Wow. Folks, read the book Science is for Sale, and then you'll find out what Craig believes, okay? He's simply indoctrinated by everything he's been taught all his life. I'm the one that's thinking outside the box. I'm the one that's objective here. I was a police detective for 10 years of my career. I learned something very interesting. When you go to one side of the story and talk to people, they'll say one thing. And then you go to the other side and talk to them, they say a whole different thing. Listen to the other side tonight. I have hope for you that there's some people here that
20
still have,
seconds.
there's still hope for your soul, that you're not completely indoctrinated and you're willing to be objective and look at truth. That's the only reason I'm here. I know most of you are fanboys. I'm not here for the fanboys of Craig. I'm not here for the people that are already indoctrinated. I'm here for those that there's still hope for. Thank you.
And time. All
Cheers.
right, we're handing it over to Craig. Let me reset the timer. There we go. 10 minutes on the floor. I'll let this run, go get water, and I'll be right back. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we're going to start with some scripture from the book of Oa, chapter 2814. And the guardian said unto the corpse, in brightest day and in blackest night, stand firm against the darkness of ignorance. For those who deny truth shall stumble in shadow, their words empty as void, their minds dimmer than shattered stars. But the lantern shall shine forth with the light of reason, and no flat earther shall escape their sight. Lift high your rings, ye who bear knowledge, for willpower shall carve a path through the falsehood, and science shall be your shield. Look to the heavens, for the stars declare the truth of creation through evolution, and the cosmos bows not to foolish men who shout God with no wisdom. And so it was written, let those who worship ignorance beware the power of Green Lantern's light, for it burns away lies and kindles truth everlasting. Amen. I thought that was only appropriate as you started with some scriptures that I should definitely do the same. Right, so yeah. Here's the thing, right? Evolution isn't a belief. It's what we see happening in living things when they change over time. Variation, survival, adaptation. If you can breed dogs into Chihuahuas and Great Danes, you've already got it. My opponent's only plan tonight is to keep saying the word God like it explains anything. Spoiler, it doesn't. It's a word, not a model. So let's walk through the proof, actual, testable, in-your-face evidence that evolution is real. Number one, London Underground mosquitoes. In only 100 years, the ordinary mosquito, Culex pipinis, went into the London Underground tube and became Culex molestus. It bites mammals, breeds year-round, and hardly ever, actually impossibly, interbreeds with the surface ones. That is speciation, a brand new type forming under our feet. They are literally different species to the ones above. They live on different things, and they can't breed with what they used to. We literally watched evolution happen on the subway. That's not faith, that's biology with an Oyster card. Bacteria versus stronger and stronger solutions. You put bacteria on a plate with increasing antibiotics and you can see them evolve resistance step by step. In Lenetsky's E. coli experiment, bacteria even developed the ability to eat citrate in oxygen, something they couldn't do before. Mutation plus natural selection equals survival. Antibiotics, they don't care about prayers. They care about mutations. Eyes, these things. Eyes didn't just pop out fully formed. Across many different species, we see all the stages of eyes. Simple light patches, cups, pinholes, lenses, complex retinas. One gene, the PAX6, helps build eyes across flies, mice, and humans. The same gene across different species. That's not magic, that's common ancestry using the same toolkit. And if a designer did it, then why do squids get better wired retinas than we do? Our intelligent design is kind of wired a bit backwards there. Darwin's finches. On the Galapagos, droughts became big. Strong-beaked survivors, rainy years favour the smaller beaks. We've tracked the genes behind it, ALX1, and it changed in real time. That's natural selection like clockwork. So basically, when the drought happened, the ones with the big, dense beaks couldn't survive, but the ones with the longer, weaker beaks, because they could reach underground to get the nutrients more, were able to survive, and that was the version of the species that continued, whereas the other ones didn't. That is evolution happening. It's natural selection, like clockwork. 6 minutes. Shaped features between species. Bat wings, yes, bats have fingers. The same bones that we have, every single phalange, exactly the same. Shared DNA. Humans and chimps, we share the same working genes and the same broken ones in the same spots. The pseudogenes and ERVs. Junk DNA, leftovers and repeats, like old code copied and pasted that isn't needed anymore. It's literally just leftover crap that is not functioning to do anything. That's not a perfect design. That's like a really messy workshop, and evolution is the only explanation that fits the mess. If it was some kind of intelligent designer, then he would have designed it a lot better. Appendix. It has some small immune uses now, but it's left over from a bigger plant digesting organ that our ancestors used and needed. Vestigial doesn't mean useless, it means shrunk and repurposed. We have no use for our appendix now, really. In fact, it just kills you most of the time. That's why I had to have mine dug out. The fossil record. The layers tell a clear, ordered story. Fish became the titac, which became land-walking tetrapods. Land mammals became amphibious proto-whales, which became modern whales. Dinosaurs became feathered dinos, became birds. Ape-like ancestors became us. We never find rabbits in the Precambrian. Fossils appear exactly where evolution says that they should. And I'm just going to... Well, 4 minutes, yeah, I'm doing okay. I just had a quick response to your nonsense about the flood, because that, goodness me, made me laugh. Fossils need time, not Noah's Ark. Fossilization happens when sediment buries an organism quickly, then minerals replace the organic material over thousands to millions of years. It couldn't have happened when the flood happened, because that wouldn't give us the fossils that we see now. Plus, if it was a total global flood like you say, then the fossil records would just be like a blender did something and then stuff would be all over the place randomly, where it's not. We see things where we expect them to see. I've got a lot of more responses to that, but I'll get on with my evidence. Right, humans changing in the past 2,000 years. Lactose tolerance spread in milk drinking cultures. A lot of people have lactose intolerance. They can't take dairy. Well, that's actually the norm. People like me are mutants. I have mutated genes that allow me to digest lactose because we decided that we're going to do that, and we've adapted to that environment. The Tibetans adapted to thin air with new genes that allow them to process oxygen a lot more efficiently. Sickle cell mutation protects against malaria. Amylase genes increased with high starch diets. The fact is that humans are still evolving. As we see, different areas that have different environmental pressures have humans evolving in different ways. Let's see how much I've got. 3 minutes. Yeah, right. 3. Chromosome 2. This is kind of like a massive smoking gun. Apes have 24 pairs of chromosomes. Humans have 23. Why? 2 ape chromosomes fused into 1. Human chromosome 2 still has the weld line. You can literally see it. Extra telomeres and a second centromere inside. Exactly what you would expect from evolution. We became what we are because 2 chromosomes fused in a different species, creating us as a adaptation to environmental pressures. Biogeography, species appear where you'd predict if they spread and adapted. Lemurs only in Madagascar, marsupials in Australia, finches on the Galapagos. If God just poofed animals anywhere, why would weird geographic patterns exist? Evolution explains it, creationism cannot. Ring species and lab experiments. Gulls around the Arctic form a ring. Each population breeds with neighbours, but the ends don't interbreed. That is literally speciation happening, drawn on a map. In labs, fruit flies split into new species under different conditions. Evolution isn't just theory, it is repeatable. Predictions versus hand waves. Evolution makes risky predictions. Shared errors will line up into a family tree, and they do. Transitional fossils will appear in the right rocks. Oh, guess what? They do. Populations will adapt when conditions change. Oh, guess what? They do. Creationism's prediction. Whatever we find, God did it. That explains nothing and is just lazy. The God of the gap. Saying God did it is an excuse, not an answer. It won't tell you which flu strain is coming next year. Evolution will and does. That's why doctors, farmers and scientists use evolution every single day. So, to summarise, we have watched speciation happen, London mosquitoes. We have filmed bacteria adapt. We've mapped eye evolution. We've timed finch evolution. We've traced fossils in order. We've measured human evolution over just the past 2,000 years. And we have seen the chromosome weld in our own DNA from our ancestors. So if your rebuttal is God, then you've brought a magic word to a data fight. Evolution brings receipts.
All right. Thank you so much, Greg. And now we are going to set up a 45-minute timer for the open discussion. The first turn, I'm going to hand it over to you, Gregory. And everyone in the side chat, make sure to start lining up those super chats, because at the end, we're going to do a Q&A so you can ask questions. 45 minutes in the timer. First word to you, Greg. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. You brought up a lot of things there, and I would like to respond to them. But then, Craig, after I respond to this, could we focus on one topic at a time? Because there is so much involved in each one of these things you brought up. I will attempt to just rebuttal most of them if I can. And then if we could focus on one. First of all, you brought up...
Let's just focus on one at a time instead of you doing a massive blurb now. Just pick one that you want to try and ask me a question about, and I will explain to you why you don't understand it.
I like that. I like that. Well, okay, in that case, let me do the God of the Gap first. You brought that up, that bringing up God is just my cop-out for
but that's not really
magic.
Evidence of evolution. That was just kind of a dunk on you. It's not really anything that needs responding to. It's not.
Oh, I'm going to respond. I'm going to respond to it. I'm sorry.
It's kind of pointless, but yeah.
A response, really my friend, and here's my response to that. You know, like I already read in Romans 1, you know, the creation, the things that are made, we can see. Intelligent design is in everything, so that we're without excuse. I believe in God. I believe God said it, bang, it happened. So you could say that's a Big Bang Theory. You believe in dirt, okay? You believe in this stuff that says, okay, I think it was 1963, they said that it was thousands of light years.
You know none of this is a question, right?
No, hold on. Thousands of light years was the thing that exploded. And then it changed in 1970-something to a few thousand miles. And then it changed. In 1983, they said it's smaller.
Sorry, Greg, this is where you ask me a question, not give a sermon.
Oh, you don't want to hear this.
No, I want a question from you. You're just kind of giving a sermon.
This is what you believe.
No, it's not. You are just saying things. I want a question.
Hold on, Greg. Hold on. 1 second. Gregory, you don't get to tell him what he believes. You either ask him a question or you lay out your position. Yeah. What you're doing is just...
To be clear, I don't believe anything came from dirt. That's what you say. God made people from dirt.
Censorship is the way...
This is where you ask a question.
Censorship.
Don't let me talk.
It's not censorship. It's called...
Okay, if you're not going to ask a question, I'll ask a question, okay? Because you don't want to.
Unbelievable. Unreal.
Are you going to ask me a question, Greg, or are you just going to try and give a sermon?
You don't want me to say anything. You don't want me to respond.
Well, I would like you to ask me a question about the evidence that I gave so that we can discuss it.
I'm going to finish what I have to say, or I'm going to hang this call up. I mean,
but this isn't for you to give a sermon, dude.
I mean,
you've heard what you say. You don't get to tell me what I believe.
They decided that everything compressed to a dot smaller than the period at the end of the sentence.
None of this is about evolution or a question about evolution.
Okay.
And then exploded. But I believe in magic because I believe in God.
Yeah, I'm going to have to give you mute control as a moderator. Yes.
Nonsense.
Okay, so we're going to
respond. That's all I'm asking.
No. I'm moderating. This is a debate about evolution. This is a debate about evolution. So
it's cute watching you censor.
Stop crying censorship like a little bitch. And don't talk back to me because I'm the moderator, okay?
You're the moderator and you're calling
I'm the moderator, yes.
Everybody can see that. That's real objective, isn't it, everybody? I'm up against two people in
Shut your
this debate.
fucking mouth.
Dude, no, this is about evolution. You weren't talking
This
about
is
evolution.
about evolution. So please, don't bring up the Big Bang. Don't bring up whatever nonsense. If you want to talk about God and how God made it, that's fine. But talk about evolution. This is an evolution debate, please. And now you spoke. You're on mute and you're speaking. That means that lets me know that you're not very smart. So I'll hand it over to Craig to respond to some of everything that you said. But you need to stick to the topic, please.
Yeah, well, I don't have anything to say because Greg didn't ask me a question about my evidence. Also, Greg didn't give any evidence, so I don't really know how to.
You just
ask
went
you
on and on,
questions.
Craig, and you did not even give me a chance to
Oh my
respond
God,
to anything.
no.
And this guy
He
is
didn't.
censoring.
Oh my fucking God.
What do you mean? What are you
He didn't
talking
go
about?
on and on. He had the same 10 minutes you had for your opening, he had for his opening. So you can say he went on and on because you both had the exact same time. The problem is you said nothing and he gave evidence. So please, if you want, address his evidence. You ask questions about what he said. We
Why
don't
are
need to
you
talk
such
about
a
the Big
lying-
Bang.
I don't
This
want
is-
the moderator, Craig. Can we get rid of this lying moderator?
No, he's
This
the
is a joke.
moderator. He's keeping
This
things
guy's
in
not
order.
a moderator.
No,
He's
if you're
trying
going to
to
bitch
moderate
out,
the debate.
Me.
you're
It's
welcome.
hammered
Greg,
to
so
me.
I'm gonna
not
ask
gonna
you a
debate
question
two
about
of
the
you.
evidence that you
I'd rather
brought
just argue with one person.
Greg,
It's
I'd
him
rather
or
just
me.
argue with one
You're
person.
shit out of luck, buddy.
Dude, right, I'm going to ask you a question.
No, I'm not. I can hang up.
Well, if you
it's
want to
not a
lose the
problem.
debate by running away, that's fine.
No, the debate's just about over. If
Happens
he
all the
doesn't go
time.
away, I'm not debating two people.
No, he's not
I'm not
debating. He's being
debating.
a
I'm
moderator.
moderating, sir.
He's
I
trying to
can't
make
say
the
anything.
debate
You guys won't let
happen.
me talk. This is
Because-
ridiculous. You guys
All right.
are
We let you
so
talk.
insecure about your beliefs that you can't listen to me.
We let you talk.
Okay, right, Greg.
We
Let me
just
ask you. Can
moderating.
I ask you, Greg? Please, can you ask me a question about the evidence that I presented so that we can have a conversation? That's what's supposed to happen in this part. All right. So,
Okay.
can you do that?
I can do that.
Right, there we go. That's all we want. I don't want a sermon. Just ask me a question about the evidence I presented.
That's fine. I just want to debate you, Craig. I don't want to debate both of you.
You're
I'm
not debating him. He's the moderator.
I'm moderating.
I've had an exhausting day as it is. I mean, give me a
Right,
break.
Greg, just
here.
come on.
Not
Just
our
ask me the
problem.
question. Get on with it.
Okay, fossils appear where they should. You said that, Craig.
Yes, they do. They appear exactly where we expect them
why-
to.
Why? And I'm gonna point out four things here. We found 80 whales in the Chilean desert of Chile on land. Why would there be whale skeletons in perfect fossilization in the Chilean desert on land and oysters in the Andes Mountains? Okay, these are all things that belong in the ocean. And then we have clams on the top of Mount Everest that are closed. Clams that are closed, okay? They open when they die. So these were buried alive. And then we have polystrate trees buried all over the earth. You have all these layers that you guys tell us are millions and millions of different years old. But then you have a tree going through all of them that was buried with all of them in sediment, which only indicates immediate burial if you're an objective scientist, okay?
That's incorrect.
How do we find these
That's
things,
not how that
Craig?
works. Right. Okay. So simple. Fossil whales in the desert, in the Atacama Desert of Chile, way above current sea level and high in the Andes. Scientists discovered dozens of whales and marine mammal fossils preserved in layers of rock. I'm reading this from a university website. This site, Cerebellina, contained over 40 skeletons, including Balean whales, extinct toothed whales like the walrus whales, seals, and even aquatic sloth. Excavated between 2010 and 2012, this mass graveyard is dated to the late Middle around 6 to 9 million years ago. Scientists explain this concentration by a repeating natural event. Toxic algae blooms triggered by iron-rich runoff from the Andes poison marine life, causing repeated mass strandings over a span of 10,000 to 16,000 years. The carcasses then washed ashore and were buried in sediment 4 separate times, which is what the records show. So then we've got oysters in the mountains. Yeah, that's fine. Often due to ancient seabeds being pushed up by tectonic forces. Chile and other mountain ranges, geologists routinely find marine fossils embedded in uplifted sedimentary rock. That's solid evidence for Earth's movement over time, not like a global flood dumping everything north. It actually matches exactly what we predict where things should be based on events that we know have happened. Okay, there we go. Now it's my turn for a question.
How did they get immediately buried?
They didn't get immediately buried. Scientists disagree with you that they were immediately buried. I read to you exactly what happened. Scientists explain this concentration by a repeating natural event. Toxic algae blooms triggered by iron-rich runoff from the Andes poison marine life, causing repeated mass strandings over a span of 10,000 to 16,000 years. That's not immediate. No one says it was immediate. You've just made that up. The carcasses then washed ashore and were buried in sediment. I'm still talking. The carcasses then washed ashore and were buried in sediment 4 separate times, and they match historical records of things happening. It's where we expect them to be, right?
Now, does that sound more believable to the people listening, or?
Yes, it does. Right. So now it's my turn for a question.
Would you like to ask them, one in the chat if you think Greg is more convincing, and 2 in the chat if you think FTFE is more convincing?
But we've got marine life.
Oh, then why did you ask the question then?
Over the Earth,
exactly where we predict it should be. Right, Greg, it's my turn for a question. Greg, it's my turn for a question now.
Maybe there was a
Greg, it's my turn for a question now.
Okay.
Right, you're gonna have to practice your impulse control, dude.
Oh, you guys are totally talking over me and censoring me constantly.
No. You are rambling and not letting other people get involved in the debate. We've done your question, and I've answered and responded and pointed out how all scientists disagree with you.
Go ahead.
So now it's my turn for a question. You brought up the Paluxy River as evidence that creationism is a thing, because you say like they found elongated dinosaur footprints and giant human tracks with them or something. Can you just quickly elaborate on that for me?
Yeah, I didn't name the river. It was a riverbed in Texas that I've read about.
Yes.
And they have found dinosaur footprints along with human footprints. It's not the only time by any means. There's all kinds of. I've got a book right here. Okay, dragons.
I've got a book here as well. Okay. I've got a book. Yeah.
No.
We can both read. Good
job. The point
is,
this is about dragons. The word dinosaur, Craig, didn't come into play until the 1800s.
This is about evolution.
Why are you interrupting me? Why you were so big on how could I interrupt you, and now you're interrupting me.
I thought we were just doing show and tell with books. I'm sorry.
What a double standard. Okay,
right.
So let me talk about my book,
can I respond to that
now
then?
Just sit back and chill for a second.
Right, so the Paluxy River hoax, the dino.
I'm trying to answer your question, Craig.
Wait, no, it's still my turn for the question. I just wanted you to elaborate on it, and now you have, so I'm going to respond now.
I'm not done answering your question.
I asked you to elaborate, and you have done.
You do not want me to talk. That's clear.
Go ahead. I asked you to elaborate, and now you've done that, and now I'm going to respond, because this is still my question, okay? So it's called the Paluxy River hoax for a reason. The dino plus human tracks that you're parenting comes from the Paluxy River, Texas in the 1930s.
By who? Evolutionists? But
anyway, the thing that you're parenting comes from the Paluxy River, Texas in the 1930s. Creationists swore some elongated dinosaur footprints were giant human tracks. Later studies by both creationists and actual paleontologists showed that they were, in fact, eroded dinosaur tracks stretched by water and sediment collapse, and outright carvings, literal fakes sold to tourists. Even Answers in Genesis, the creationist group, admits that they are not human tracks. So when your own team drops the lies, you probably should as well. There's no peer-reviewed evidence for any of it. And what we do find together is dinosaur tracks with other dinos. That's it. Not once in history has there ever been dinosaur tracks with human footprints. So what do you say to that?
What's your source on that, Craig? Where'd you just get that information?
Answers in Genesis.
No, you didn't. Now, Answers in Genesis would not say Answers in Genesis was lying. Where'd you get your information?
Answers in Genesis dropped the lie. Saying the thing about the lie was me. I added that. I added the bit about the lie. You realize that. But Answers in Genesis is my source for this.
I'm going back to my book here. Can I talk?
Yeah, dragons aren't real. Right, so there we go. I've done a question for you, and you failed to answer it. So now it's your turn to ask another question about the evidence that I presented. So
I can
specifically,
see that a very important part of your strategy is to keep me from talking.
No, I'm asking you to talk now. Specifically, you have to
what I
respond
was
to the
going to
evidence that I
show the
brought.
people watching
Greg,
is
hold on. Greg,
there's
hold
a
on,
book
please.
here all about
Moderator,
dragons.
he's not doing it. I
People
don't
lived
get what's
with
going on.
dragons. There's
I'm trying
all
to
kinds
debate.
of real. Why don't you want me to tell people this?
Well, I
This
want
is
to
like
debate. I don't want to talk about
I'm
dragons.
working
I
against the
want to
U.S.
debate. And
government
this is,
under Barack Obama.
I need you to talk about the evidence that I presented, not about dragons. So now it's time for you to ask a question about the evidence that I presented. So over to you. The next bit, please.
So, Craig, I would like to finish answering the question that you asked me and give an appropriate response. Would you like to let me respond?
And
Or would you
I've
like to
debunked
end
that
this
now.
conversation? Because I got better things to do if you're going to try to censor me. I
I'm
don't
not trying
like
to censor you.
censorship. I'm an American.
I answered. I
don't believe
responded
in your
to the thing you
bullshit
brought up in
over
the
there in the
evidence.
UK. The way you censor people when they say things you don't like and put them in jail.
Dude, don't make this
There's a
political
reason
because
in
I will rip you the fuck
1776
apart.
We won our freedom against you assholes.
You don't
are
have
not
any
gonna
freedom
sit
right
here
now
and
in America.
censor
Don't be
me.
silly.
Oh my God,
All
we're
I
going
gotta
to
do is
stop.
hang up on you.
We are going
Are
to
you gonna
stop
let
with
me
it.
answer or
We
not?
are going to stop with the bitching. We're going to stop with talking about where people are from, and we're going to have the debate on evolution, please. This is annoying as hell.
Right. So if you want to go back to the dinosaur footprints, then I just explained how everybody
We got a couple
disagrees
Brits here that
hold on,
don't believe
let me
in free
let me finish.
speech.
Let me finish, and then
Free speech.
you
First
don't have any
Amendment
free
over here.
speech. You don't have any free speech.
This is Craig's channel. It's a private platform. Free speech doesn't run here. You're just cooked.
Right, Greg. So I just gave you
Is that
the
your
evidence.
strategy? Is
Hold
to
on,
censor
Greg.
the
Please
people you
listen to me
debate?
for a
You don't
second. I'm
wanna
trying to have a
listen to their
debate with
answer?
you. Greg, I'm trying to have a debate with you. So I just gave you evidence that there was never human and dinosaur footprints together. So what's your response?
Yes. Oh, okay. Can I talk about this, please?
Is
I
that to
watched
do?
the
Is that to
seminar. I
do
met
with the
this guy in
footprints?
person. Please stop talking.
Is
Craig.
that to do
This
with the
is ridiculous.
footprints?
I'm trying to give you the evidence right now. You
So
won't
this is
listen.
to do with the footprints, is it?
Yeah,
Right,
absolutely.
okay.
This
Okay,
has
go
to
ahead.
do with the whole thing. There
So,
has been
right, okay.
thousands and thousands of examples of documented evidence with dragons and humans. The word dinosaur didn't
Present
come
one.
into play until the 1800s. This whole book there's pottery all through South America that show dinosaurs with humans. There's all kinds of writings
show me
on
it then.
cave walls that show dinosaurs with humans. There's
Show it.
several stories in this book right here.
Hold on. He's asking you to show one in concrete, please.
So there's one in the United Kingdom here. This is
That's the Welsh flag.
yeah, the Red Dragon of Wales, an
Yeah, that's
epic
the
battle
Welsh flag.
between
It's a picture
dragons is
somebody
the
drew.
inspiration behind the flag of Wales.
Yeah,
right
it's
there.
a picture that somebody drew. There's no evidence that there was ever humans with dinosaurs. There would be footprints. There would be actual evidence of this. Pictures drawn by people on walls and your interpretation of them is not evidence that it happened. If there
See the
was,
pottery?
Greg, hold on. If there was evidence of dragons or dinosaurs existing with humans, we would see that evidence. Pictures that people drew are not evidence. When is this pottery
Okay,
from?
there's all kinds of evidence. Craig doesn't want to hear about it. I get it. I won't
Pottery
even
is not
try.
evidence.
That's fine. You don't
Pottery
wanna hear
is
it.
not evidence.
There is.
Okay,
just so-
wait, Greg,
just so the
can you
people
steal,
watching
man?
know,
Hold on.
Just
Can
so you know, there is all kinds.
No, I am talking. Whenever I speak, you shut up. Can you steal, man? His
No, I'm not going to
response.
shut up for you, Cupcake.
That's right. He's the
you are going
moderator.
to shut up because I have the magic button that makes you shut up. So you are going to shut up and you're going to
I
listen
have
to
a
me.
magic button
Can
too, and
you steal, man? Why
You are a retard. I don't even have time for you.
Give him the
Motherfucker, I
take
speak
away the ability
English
to
better
unmute.
than
Who
you.
is-
Yeah,
So
just take away the
you're
ability
going
to
to
have
steal,
this
man.
guy here.
You are
Dude,
going to steal, man.
Matt,
His
you can take away
response.
the ability for him to unmute. You can just remove his ability to unmute, so he has to stay on mute until you say.
Where
Unreal.
is that?
So we have the moderator here to silence me, folks. They
Well,
don't
he's
wanna
the
hear
moderator,
me.
that's his job,
what
yes.
fucking moderators do. So he just asked you, he just said, and to make sure that you're listening, Steelman, his response of why he considers that dragons are not evidence, go. Unmute yourself and respond.
Respond to what? I can't understand your accent. What'd you say?
You motherfucker, I speak English better than you. Shut the fuck
No.
up.
You
Do
sound
you
like
want to
an
take
idiot.
a CPE test of English with me right now, you stupid fuck?
You're a moderator. You're supposed to be like even
Yes,
keel,
I am, but
not on anybody's
I
side
have
here. Okay,
30
go
years
ahead.
of
That's
I
cute.
have 30 years of English study. You don't get to question my English skills because they are immaculate. So shut the fuck up and answer my question.
I'm English. I actually speak
You're
English. I
English. No,
can
you're not.
question.
We would not
Yes,
want you.
and I speak English better than you, and you should be embarrassed by that.
Okay, do I get to ask a question or what? I
Well,
No,
can't.
now there is one question. Craig said that what your response as to why dragons are not evidence, I need you to steelman his response to make sure that you understand, because I don't think you were listening.
I can't understand this guy, Craig. I'm
he
sorry.
asked you
He's
to steal man my
What a
like a
fucking
response.
sausage.
douchebag.
Right, Greg. He
Talking
asked
like a
you.
Everyone
sausage.
understands me.
Greg. He asked you to steal man my response. Can you do that?
Can I what?
Oh, it's not that you don't understand
Holy
him. You don't understand the
Oh,
word.
no,
I
he's
get it.
retarded.
Right.
He's just retarded.
Do you not know what a steel man is?
Steelman, I've never heard that term. Is
Oh
this
my
a
god,
UK
why do you
term?
even debate
No.
then?
Oh my fucking lord.
Help me out. I have no idea what this slang term means.
It's not
It's
a slang
not a
term.
slang
Oh my
term,
god.
it's a debate term.
Steel man.
Do you know what a straw man is?
I know what a straw man is, yes.
Well, it's the opposite of a straw man. A steel man. That you show you understood what the other person says. And you have the goal of telling me that I don't speak English properly, you stupid moron.
So you want me? Okay, so I'm obviously, I think everyone can see that the
you're a
moderator's not
moron.
very biased at
Well,
all.
in general, people in debates don't
Oh,
go
give me a
against the
break. What a
moderator, you
joke.
fucking
What a
moron.
joke. I'm actually debating two people here. Hey, we're
You haven't
used to it
debated
as
him
business,
once.
Cupcake.
Right, can we get back to the
All of our
debate,
tax
please?
dollars go to evolution. Everything goes to evolution. We're used to debating hundreds. Debating two at a time is no big deal. I have to
You're not
donate all
debating
my
Max,
tax
he's the
dollars and
moderator.
everything to the
Okay, right.
indoctrination of my own children, for Christ's sakes.
Right, so anyway,
So this
you,
is no
you abuse your
problem.
children. So anyway, let's move on. Now it's time for you to ask another question about the evidence that I presented. Okay, because you don't
Okay.
understand my response and you've lost that bit. So now the evidence that I presented, this is your opportunity to ask a question about that so that we can discuss that part. Over to you.
Sure.
And
So, Craig,
I want to
there's this-
I want to be clear before you start. Max is in charge. All right. If Max starts speaking, both of us
Craig.
shut up. He is the moderator.
We've already demonstrated this guy is not unbiased. I don't want him on the call.
No, I don't care what you want. He is the moderator.
I don't
and
care
when
what
he
you want. I can
talks-
hang up this call right
Well,
now.
then do
and
it.
a little
You
stupid
hang up the call
YouTube
then, Greg. If you want to run
thing
away,
be
he
over.
is the
I don't
moderator.
care.
He is in charge. Okay. When he
Yeah,
speaks, we
okay.
both be quiet. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
whatever.
Right.
So I have
So-
a problem with your evolutionary theory, Craig. So first of all, there's no transitional forms.
Yes,
The
there
law
is.
of entropy tells us that everything's breaking down since creation. There's nothing getting better in adding information. There's only things that are taking away information and getting worse in nature. And here's the real big
Brilliant
problem.
design.
We don't have to search the fossil record for some missing link like Lucy, who is just an ape. We have another problem, Craig. If evolution was real, there would be transitional forms among us. They'd be walking through my neighborhood. They'd
We
be
are a transitional
everywhere,
form.
and there's nothing. There is literally
Right,
no
okay.
positive mutation ever in history. There's only adaptation, like when bears get
So
thicker
you admit
hair
that
in
evolution's
a
real?
colder environment. There is no evolution.
You've just
There's no
admitted that
positive
evolution is real.
mutation. What?
You just admitted that the evolution is real. Thanks for that. But anyway,
No,
right,
I
here's
didn't.
my.
I
Yeah, you
said
literally did.
adaptation.
Yeah,
Obviously,
that's
God put that in
adaptation
your
is
DNA, but
evolution.
there
Yes.
is no positive mutation ever demonstrated. I've been asking
Yeah,
evolutionists
if
this for
creation,
years,
if creation
and
was
nobody
real,
has
then
been
that
able to
could
come up
happen.
with a
But no, it's a
single
mess. Right, it's a
example
mess.
of a
Anyway,
positive
Mike, let me
mutation.
respond. Let me respond. Yes, there is transitional forms. Us. We are a transitional form. Every species that exists on Earth right now is a transitional form of a line of evolution. We are, as humans, currently still evolving. That's why there is different branches of humans that now have different genes to us. Like the people that live in the Andes Mountains that have different genes that allow them to, take in oxygen more efficiently. It is literally evolution happening. So, that's what adaptation is. We are a transitional form. So your lie about there is no transitional forms walking about debunks you every time you get off your fat ass.
It's not a lie, Craig. It's an observation.
That I've just debunked. We are a transitional form.
No, you didn't. No, there's nothing.
Nutter doesn't work. Nutter doesn't work. Science agrees.
Kind.
All of science agrees that we are a transitional form.
No.
No is your response to that. I can bring up countless peer-reviewed papers.
Science that's funded by your tax dollars.
Oh, there we go. So anytime science, what, if you're just going to go, it's funded by your tax dollars.
They'd lose their salary.
Yeah, you don't know how science works. This is a man that eats lead paint
yeah,
and
I do.
abuses their children.
Follow the money. That's how science works.
I want to be clear, Greg. If
follow
you're teaching
the money
your kids,
and then you find your science.
Greg, I want to be very clear that if you're teaching your kids this, you are abusing your children. All right.
Oh, come on. Evolution is the biggest child abuse ever.
No, it's a fact.
Children have no purpose,
it is an absolute
fact. Future, and they came from monkeys. Maybe you came from monkeys.
No one says we came from monkeys. That's a lie. No one says we came from monkeys. You don't even understand evolution. Monkeys and us both came from common ancestors.
Yeah, okay. What's the next step here, moderator?
So you've lost your you've lost that bit of the debate then if you're going to ask me no questions, right?
No, definitely not.
What else? I wrote down a list of things that you gave as evidence. There wasn't very much.
I mean, you didn't demonstrate one positive mutation, and you're saying I lost the debate?
Who says that there should be a positive mutation? That's just an assumption.
There has to be for evolution.
Oh, lovely assumption. Lovely assumption that there has to be a positive mutation.
And the thing is, they would be clearly observable. What we see
they are clearly observable. I explained that they're clearly observable.
Like Genesis says, you don't see anything evolving into a different species, into a different kind.
We literally do. I showed it happening. I explained the times you can go and see it happening. Dude.
Lucy's an ape. It's so obvious. When you look at the skull of an ape.
You and I are apes.
What?
You and I are apes.
No, man. You look at a human skull versus an ape skull. Totally different.
The human skull is an ape skull.
An ape skull has hardly no brain room. Maybe you're an ape. But I have we are
all apes. We are a species of ape, like gorillas, like orangutans, like chimps, like bonobos. We are all apes.
Way less brain space, dude. It's not me.
Our particular branch of apes have bigger brain space. Correct. That is a fact that evolution
is related to apes. I am not. I am human. I am created in the image of God. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So we literally have all the same bits as apes because we are apes.
No.
Yes, no doesn't work. All of science disagrees with you.
Well, if an ape shows up and I tell him and I give him a job duty, like I need you to change and repair my roof and put a new roof on for me, is he going to be able to do that, Craig?
Well, no, because not all apes can do that. There is different species of apes.
No apes can do that. None.
We can.
Because they have no brains. Okay.
We can do it. We're apes and we can do it. We are literally regarded as apes. Like you can't, if you just say no, it doesn't matter. Our definition as a species is an ape. So it doesn't matter what you say.
Because I think this is absurd.
Well, that's because you're an ignorant moron and a Bible-bashing child abuser.
Did you explain polystrate trees? I asked you about polystrata trees.
What's a polystrata tree? Explain it.
Millions of years of layers.
Explain what a polystrata tree is.
Okay, polystrata trees. So you have lots of layers that you see that evolutionists say, this layer up here was 10,000 years old. This one was 300,000. And as you go further down, you're getting into the millions of years. But then you have a tree going straight up through all the layers that is completely fossilized. It is completely petrified.
Oh, right. I see what you mean. Yeah. No, that's. I've done this before. That's basically things like trees getting buried in volcanic ash, river floods, sediment. I'm responding. Let me respond. Let me respond. This is where you be quiet, all right, and let me respond.
Okay.
So trees can and do get buried in really like quick, rapid local events like volcanic ash falls, river floods, sedimentation, coastal swamp build-up. And these events really, they bury the trees really quickly, enough to preserve them standing. And after that, normal kind of slower sedimentation continues around them, and they can get split in half. That is a normal thing that happens according to our model and understanding of geology.
So does that tell you with those layers, how can you believe that the layers at the bottom of the tree that are supposed to be millions of years old are millions of years older than the layers at the top of the tree that are only
because
thousands
that
of years
tree
old?
has been there for millions of years because it was preserved by the things I just said.
But those layers, Craig, you'd
Yes,
have to
those
believe-
layers happen over the millions of years that a tree is there.
so you
Millions
believe
of
that
years, right,
tree-
Greg, let me break it down for you. Millions of years ago, a tree was standing, a volcano went off. The tree got rapidly and quickly covered in volcanic ash and was preserved. Then that area got flooded and sediment formed around that tree. And over the next million years, more and more layers of sediment formed around that tree that was preserved by the volcanic ash. And now, millions of
Okay.
years later, we can look at that tree that has been there for millions of years and see what happened to it thanks to those sedimentary layers.
Okay, so you actually agree with me in this sense that it would have only been able to be formed by sediment, which would have had to been by a flood or, like you say, a volcano.
Yeah,
We
and those
find
things
these
happened
all
millions
over
of
the
years
world,
ago,
just
yes.
like we find sea life all over the world on continents, on land.
Yeah, and I've explained
the
that
only
already.
way to actually
Tectonic
explain
plates
it is a
move.
flood.
Yeah, tectonic plates move, so I've explained that. And I've already explained the other thing. It makes
That's
sense
a
for it being
stretch.
millions
I
of
mean,
years.
that's a desperate stretch.
Well, no, it's a
So-
peer-reviewed scientific study that shows this is what we expect with tectonic plate movement. Greg, your powers of have no power here. I don't care that you believe in a magic sky daddy and you don't agree with science.
We don't need to hear your going on and on. What's your question? Do you have a question for me?
Well, you didn't really give
You're
any
just-
you didn't really give any evidence. So I mean, let me just see if there's any.
I gave you polystrata trees and it blew you
Yeah, and
away.
I've just explained that, so that's not evidence against evolution in any way, shape, or form.
It destroys evolution.
No, it doesn't. I've just
Polystrata
explained
trees
how it
destroy
doesn't.
Evolution.
Like maybe you've got an issue converting your short-term to long-term memory, but I just explained how it's not a problem.
Okay, what's your question?
Well, you didn't give any evidence, so I mean, what else was
I just
there?
asked you about polystrata trees. Now it's your turn
And
for
I-
a question.
Yeah, but my question should be based on the evidence you presented in your intro, and I'm going
It can
through
be
the.
something totally different. It's up
Well, no,
to you what
that's
you
the
want.
point of the evidence you present that we then discuss it in this portion. And I'm just going through my list of evidence that you
Okay.
gave. Unfortunately, it's empty, and I don't know really what to do. So what I'm going to do is ask you to explain why bats have fingers.
Why what?
Why do bats have fingers inside their wings that match
how
our
bats
fingers?
created them?
Every
I know.
single phalange matches ours. Why would God give a bat fingers that aren't necessary?
Please tell me you're not trying to say that we're bats now.
I'm saying that we share a lot of DNA with bats and common ancestry.
Does anyone find that remotely believable that we
Everyone that understands
are
science,
related
yes.
to
Right. The
bats?
question was, why do bats have fingers that match ours exactly? Every single phalange, every single digit. Bats have exactly the same. They
Why
don't
do
have
lions
opposable
have
thumb.
feet?
Sorry?
I mean,
No.
why do
It's
lions
not
have
just that they
feet?
have feet. The actual the structure of the hand of the bat wing, the fingers inside it is the
This
same
is
as ours.
a much
But
worse
then we
stretch
can actually
than
go
the
to
thing.
cats
This-
and dogs and everything and see that they also share traits with us that come from a common ancestor. So the question remains, Greg, why
Okay.
do bats have fingers inside their wings? And if you say God did it,
Yeah.
you lose.
Well, the beauty of God's creation, Craig, is
There we go,
that
you lose.
he makes sure that every creature has what it needs to survive
Bats
and
don't
do
need
what
fingers.
it does. I mean,
Bats
bats
do
are
not need
amazing
fingers inside their wings.
creatures. Bats have sonar. They can
But-
fly through the air in the dark and get a mosquito and
Greg,
eat it.
Greg, hold on. Bats
I
do not
mean,
need. Greg,
God
hold
is
on.
awesome.
Greg, hold on.
And
Bats do
bats
not
are
need.
awesome.
Greg, hold on. Bats do not need fingers inside their wings. Why do bats have fingers inside their wings?
You're saying they don't need them.
They don't. They
I
could
bet
just
if you
have.
got
They
to
could just
ask the
have
bat who
cartilage.
can't
They
speak for
could just have
itself.
one bit
Can
that
I-
bends. They don't
if I
need
may-
fingers like ours. Why do they have fingers inside a wing that is not needed?
If I may, Craig, I'll bet if you could ask the bat and maybe that bat spoke really horrible English like your friend, your BFF,
He speaks
the
way better
moderator,
English than you.
he would.
Way better English than you.
Motherfucker, I speak English better than you. I've studied English for 30 years. If you're just going to
Okay,
insult me,
stop-
I'll
stop
just
with
kick
the
you
mute.
out, you fucking doofus.
Stop with the muting. I'm trying to answer the question.
Mother-
Don't be a
Motherfucker,
horrible little
yeah,
piece of
but-
shit.
You're insulting
child
me, and
abusing
if you,
twat.
I
Guys.
challenge you right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
I
Go
challenge you
away.
right now. We take a proficiency test in English,
Just
head to head,
listen.
and we'll see who speaks English the better. You fucking moron.
Go away.
No, he
You
won't go away.
go
He's the
away.
moderator. He is in charge.
No, Craig, you told me you got an objective moderator.
And I've been an objective
about
moderator.
that.
I've moderated
The guy
hundreds
is
of debates. You're just a
attacking me every
moron.
time I talk and talking over me, and just like you
So
are.
anyway, back to
You
the question.
insulted me. You insulted me, you doofus. What kind of a Christian are you? When did
Oh,
Jesus
well, Max,
say?
you know, there's no
Wanted to
Don't know
love.
what
answer you,
people's
and you won't let me
accent.
Come on,
answer
Max,
you.
we
Just
both
gonna-
know there's no hate like
So can I
Christian
talk about
love.
the bats?
Hold on, I just want you to agree that there's no hate like Christian love.
Yeah.
No one has a less of a moral responsibility just because you say you have no
Hey,
obligation
Greg,
because you believe
right,
evolution.
Here,
You don't
Greg,
have an
right,
obligation
here's the thing,
to be
right?
a nice person.
I don't
and you're
believe
just
in
gonna
God. Here's the
talk
thing,
over
right,
and
Greg, let me
insult
just
your
stop.
Christian
No,
guests
one
the whole
second.
time.
Before you go on to that, I'm just going to say something.
You're
right?
insulting me, doofus.
I don't believe in a God, so what I do is I go around raping and
debating
murdering as much as I
two
want.
people at the same
Greg,
time,
hold on. I'm asking you a
and I
question.
can't even
Greg,
respond
hold on. I'm
about
talking
bats.
to you. Greg, just
Tell you what I
Greg,
think
shush,
about
I'm
that.
talking, right? I don't believe in a
Oh.
God, so what I do is I go around raping and murdering as much as I want. As much as I want. Do you know how much that is? Fucking
nothing to
zero.
keep you from it.
Yeah, there is. My morals. I
How
understand that
is
it is wrong and
pedophilia
causes
not a
people
sexual
harm.
preference?
I don't need the threat of eternal punishment to not rape and murder like you. You have to be blackmailed to not rape and murder.
Where are
Because
borrowing
you are
your
in a
morals
socially
from?
acceptable Stockholm Syndrome situation where you abuse your children daily. I'm
Where
going
are
to
you
keep pointing
borrowing your
out you're a
morality
child
from?
abuser. All right, you are a child
Where do
abuser.
you borrow your morality from? Why is
I don't
how do you
need to my morality
describe-
is based on human empathy, and that is it.
okay? Pedophilia is a sexual preference, right?
No. Human empathy disagrees with that.
Where do you get your standard? What's your
Human
point of
empathy, the
reference?
lack of suffering. The fact that
Yeah,
I understand
what'd
it's
you say?
wrong to rape and murder, but you have to be punished with hell to not rape and murder.
Well, you guys.
If you didn't have a God, if you didn't believe in God, would you go raping and murdering?
If I didn't believe in God, would I? Personally, no. I mean,
Why not?
I probably would, but
Why not?
actually, I can't say that. I really can't say that.
Oh, right. So if you didn't have a God, you would gladly go raping and murdering. There we go, guys. This is the difference between me and a Christian. Christians are evil.
All right. Well, you're skipping around a lot and trying to get a talking
Rubik's,
point here.
that needs
You
a short.
skipped
You won't let me
around.
respond
You
about the
changed the
bats.
subject. You changed the subject to morality. Let's go back to evolution.
Yeah. Rubik's, please put
So-
that into a short where he just
okay.
admitted he would rape and murder if he
Back
didn't have
to
a
the
God.
bats. Okay, let's talk about the bats. I'm trying to keep up with all this.
Yeah. Why
So,
do bats have fingers?
I think if you could ask the bat and they spoke English, they would tell you, you know what? I need those hands. I hang upside down. Yeah,
You could do that without
you know,
fingers.
Craig, I think God knows better than you.
But the bat could do all that without fingers. Why does the bat have fingers? They're not needed.
Can you hang upside down without your fingers? You probably can't hang
The
upside
bat
down
doesn't
anyway.
use it. The bat doesn't use its fingers to hang upside down. It uses its feet.
Well, he needs it for
The
some
fingers
reason,
are
or God wants
inside
to
the
him.
wing. They can't be
What
used.
point do you think this proves,
Right,
though?
Greg, hold on. Let me point some out. It's not fingers like this that you can see. They are inside the wings.
Mm-hmm.
Why would something have fingers inside the wings that they can't use? You disgusting, despicable human being that thinks it's okay to rape and murder and abuses your children.
Okay.
Oh, it's funny. Raping and murdering is funny. Is it? Abusing your children is funny, you piece of shit.
Really?
I
Oh,
despise
okay.
you. I actually despise you. You horrible,
Well,
disgusting
Craig,
reprobate. You should be put in prison. Your children should be
you
taken away
can.
from you. You should be fucking hung. You're disgusting.
Wow. Well, you
Fuck
you
you.
are a
You
leftist,
said you
that's
would
for
rape and
sure.
murder if it
Did I?
wasn't for your
Are you
God. You
triggered?
piece of shit.
Are you triggered, Craig? Did I
I
hurt
am
your
triggered
feelings?
by, yes, I am triggered by the fact that you
Good.
would rape and murder if it wasn't for your
Well,
God. You are evil and you
you're
abuse
pretty
children
much
and that
Looney
triggers
Tunes,
me.
so I would expect you to be triggered by truth, and you are.
So,
I've
yes,
pretty
I
much
am triggered by
defeated
the
you.
truth that you would
I've
rape and
defeated
murder.
you in this debate, and now you're
Things
going
that
to
didn't
call me
happen.
mad and nasty. And whenever you get mad and nasty,
You
it
are
shows
a
you've lost the
garbage
debate.
human being.
It
You're
shows
an
that you lost the
absolute piece of
debate.
shit.
You've lost the debate, Craig.
No, I haven't
And now
lost
you're
the
going to get
debate.
nasty.
I am
And you're going to grab your
angry.
ball
I
and
am angry that you
Okay,
abuse
okay, okay.
children.
Hold on 1 second. When you call victory in the middle of a debate, it actually is the other way around. Like, you're the one losing the debate, bro. Literally. We learned that from
What I'm
Whitson.
going to do is
because
I'm
I've
going to
got
find
two
your
people
wife on
telling me I've
Facebook.
lost the
Greg,
debate.
I'm going to find your wife on
And we've
Facebook
got a
and I'm going to
crybaby,
I'm going to send her Greg, I'm going to find
Your
your wife on
channel is a
Facebook.
gutter trash,
No,
Greg.
no, Greg, listen to me.
That's
I'm
why-
going to
this
find
is
your wife on
why.
Facebook. I'm going to find your boss on Facebook and I'm going to send him a video of you saying that you would rape and murder if it wasn't for God.
You're a sick bastard.
Excuse me,
I'll
which
tell
one of
you
us
what,
says they would rape and murder?
Craig, you want to threaten me?
Yes,
You want to threaten
I
me?
do.
Come on over to Idaho, please.
Yeah, I gladly. Oh, you want to fight me? Because every time a Flerf has said they fight me, then they run away. But I don't need to do that. I am
Greg,
going to
you
show
won't
the
show
world
up
what a
here.
piece of shit you are.
Greg,
Fuck
you
you,
won't show
Greg.
up here, I
Eat
guarantee
fucking
it.
shit.
You're
I am
too
coming,
much of a
Greg.
coward
I'm coming to America in
to show
November.
up here.
Meet me. In November,
Please.
I'll be in November. I'll be in Chicago. I'll be in Colorado, and I'll be in Tennessee. Be a big boy and come and fucking meet me
Come to
there.
Idaho.
No, I'm in America. You make the rest of the journey. I am busy.
Well, we have certain rights in Idaho, though. We don't
No,
put
you
up
don't.
with people like you. So
Well, people like you are having your freedoms taken away by your fucking dictator. So fuck
No,
you
you-
piece of shit.
you don't know what freedom is over there. You haven't known for hundreds of years. That's why we
Dude,
took ours back.
your country is disappearing people off the streets, you fucking horrific human being. Honestly, your
So,
kids should be
you
taken
lost
away from
the
you. I
debate,
fucking
and now
despise
you're
you.
going into the
Aw.
gutter trash
Aw.
because you can't debate the topic.
Greg,
That's
this
so
is
sad.
probably your first debate ever, but when you
Cleveland.
call
I keep
victory
saying
in a
Do you
Colorado.
guys
debate,
want to try to
it means you lost.
debate evolution and creation here, or you just want to have a crybaby contest?
Well, let's go back to
I mean,
debating evolution
you
and
started
creation.
bitching, so
Just
Right.
can we
We're-
go
we're-
back to the debate, or
Yeah, we're going
are
to
we
go back
just
to the
listen
debate,
Craig
and
cry?
I'm going to gladly debate this horrific child-abusing raper and murderer.
Okay, that shows you lost the debate. You have to call names.
Well, no,
Gotcha.
you said that you would rape and murder if it wasn't for your God, so I'm now going to refer to you exclusively as Greg the Raper and Murderer.
rapist.
Okay, well, I'll decide how long I want to put up with that.
Well, that's fine, Greg the Raper and Murderer. You can just
I
stay
mean,
as long as you like.
if you
Craig
run
the
away,
loser. I'll
if
refer
you
to you
run
as Craig the
away,
loser that can't
buddy,
debate the topic.
If
Right.
you run away, you lose the debate.
Yeah, right. Greg the Raper and Murderer. Ask me a
Craig the
question
loser
about my
that can't
evidence.
debate the topic on his own channel. Craig
Greg-
the loser that can't debate
Greg,
when he's got
ask me a
everyone
question
on his
about my
side,
evidence, and I'll debate you about it,
including
you
the
Raper and Murderer.
moderator. Craig
Greg-
the loser that can't
Greg,
debate.
ask me a question. Greg, ask me a
Okay,
question.
you're
Greg.
very close to just this not being a debate anymore. Can we get back to the topic? Because we have
I would like to.
3.5 minutes left, and you've
Yeah.
done everything except debate or present evidence.
So as
go
you didn't
ahead,
give
ask
any
a
evidence,
question.
as you didn't give any evidence, Greg, and I did, so you can ask me another bit of question about my evidence, Greg the Raper and Murderer. Go ahead.
Craig the loser that has to call names because he's lost the debate.
It's not names. You're a raper and murderer. You told us that.
Craig's a loser because he has to call names because he
Oh
lost
my
You
the
God.
debate.
told us you were a raper and murderer.
Every time he calls names, he proves that he lost the debate.
I'm not calling you names. You said that you're
Every
a raper
time
and
you
murderer.
say that you won the debate, every
No.
time you say that he
Every
lost the
single
debate, you
time
lost the
that
debate.
you call names, it shows that you.
Yep. You're repeating yourself.
The
We
debate
heard
is
you the first
basically
time.
over because
We heard you the first time. I'm moderating.
Craig can't
Shut your
debate
fucking
evolution.
Mouth. Shut your fucking mouth. I'm
Craig has no
talking.
confidence in
Moderator,
evolution, so he
hello.
has to call.
Are you gonna?
Hello, shut the fuck up. All right. I mean, we
question. Could I
have
ask
2
a
minutes
question?
left. Greg is just spiraling. So I think it's about an apropos time to go to super chats. All right. So we're gonna stop the timer. I'm gonna remove it.
Could I ask you a question or not?
No.
I mean,
I
if
would
he,
like
if he
to-
wants to ask me a
told
question
you
about
have
my
3
evidence,
minutes.
I'll give him one more chance to ask me some question about my
All
evidence,
right.
as he didn't
Okay.
give any.
The thing is, so I would like to know why your cowardly, pathetic friend McToon
Oh, that's
was
not
just like
anything
you.
I
He could
presented.
not
MC
talk about
Toon's
the
not
Bible.
here. All
You
right,
told
so
me
never mind.
he
We'll go
could
to
talk
Q
to
and A
me about
then.
the Bible. You told me he was
Anyway,
talking to me
this
about the Bible.
so
You
you're not
lied
going to
to
ask me a
and then he
question
lied
about
to me.
the evidence I gave then.
Why did he lie to me?
Why do you?
Why did
Sorry,
he-
this is a debate about evolution. MC Toon's not here, so ask me a question about the evidence I gave.
You told me to go talk to him about the Bible
I'm
because
sorry,
you didn't
this is
want to
MC
talk
Toon's
about the
not here.
Bible.
MC Toon's not here.
MC, yeah, it's been answered. Please keep up. MC
Yeah.
Toon doesn't talk about the Bible.
You
He talks
pathetic
about
coward.
matter.
Stop censoring me, you piece of shit.
It's not
Ask me a
censorship.
question,
you're
then.
you're in our house right now. So shut up and deal with it.
Yeah,
So
I don't.
do you have a question about the topic of evolution, or
You
we're
guys
going
are
to super
pathetic.
chat?
Like, do you
You
have a
guys are
question
I
truly
for
mean,
me?
you couldn't even hack it as a cop, buddy. What are you talking about?
You guys can't even handle a simple debate.
I'm waiting for you to
have
ask
no
me a
God.
question
confidence
about
in
my
your
evidence
facts.
so I can debate you on it, but you won't
You
because
have
you're
no
scared you rape or a
confidence in
murderer.
yourself and in your
We
facts.
do this for a living, dummy.
Rape or a
So
murderer
is that
says
what you
what?
do? You just censor other people the whole time? you're
No, we
talking to
debate
people?
for a living.
Oh,
Yeah,
go me,
you
I'm not
do.
going
And you're
low.
supposed
He
to be a
said that.
moderator, and you just admitted that you debate for a living. The
Yes.
moderator's debating me. Everybody
I'm
can
not.
see
No,
that.
The
no,
moderator's
no.
not debated you
dummy,
once.
dummy. I know that you don't understand English. I say I debate for a living because I do have a channel like Craig where I kind of do the same thing. I'm
Yeah,
not
you
debating
do.
now. I've limited myself to
Definitely do the
moderate you,
same thing.
and I've also limited myself to defending when your stupid hillbilly ass insulted my English, which is actually better than yours.
So I
shut
have
the
to
fuck up.
constantly
We're
hit
going
on
into
mute because you don't want to let me talk.
we're going to super chats right now. Brooksy became a member at Destroyers. Thank you so much. Die hydrogen monoxide for £2 says, "Holy shit, he's fucking stupid." I agree. Pat in the chat for $5. Does anybody publish a Bible that reflects this dude's logic? You know, a Bible in the shape of a circle. Do you know of any Bibles in the shape of a circle?
No. He ran away.
Oh. No. Greg, no.
Okay, right.
Greg,
To
you lost the debate, bro. No.
To all the people in the chat going, Craig, you're a bit low there. No, I wasn't. I didn't go far enough. The dude admitted that if it wasn't for his stupid God, he would rape and murder. All right? At that point, you know, all bets are fucking off. Like, you can't say that and expect me to still be nice. He has just admitted he has no moral compass other than what his magic sky daddy tells him. He would, without God, rape and murder people. That is what he told people. That is what he said here on my channel. No, I didn't go low. Paul, I understand that you may not like me hearing saying those things, but he is literally abusing his children by lying to them, and he would gladly rape and murder people if his Bible didn't say not to. Fuck him.
It's not the first time that I've heard a Christian unironically say, if I didn't believe in God, I'd just be a horrible human being. So it's not a joke. Like, some people genuinely think that the only reason why they're good is that they have this guy daddy looking at them the whole time.
Sorry,
which
TNN,
actually tells you
TNN
that
in the chat,
we
TNN
are
Obsessed Patriot, he's like, bullshit. You completely twisted what he said. No, I didn't. I asked him, if it wasn't for God, would you rape or murder? And he went, no, probably not. And then he went, well, actually, you know what?
well,
Maybe I would.
I don't know. I can't tell you.
Like,
I mean, that's...
no,
what else
he
do
literally
you
said,
want
he
other
literally said,
than that?
maybe I would. I mean, that's not me twisting his words.
Like, what I can tell you from personal experience with my subjective morality is that even if all laws stopped tomorrow and there was absolutely no consequences for doing any heinous act, I would behave exactly the way that I behave now. Nothing would change in me because my morality is not contingent to the laws. It's not contingent to any punishment. It's contingent on my empathy for other human beings. It's contingent on my own standards for myself, which are way higher than the standards in the Bible.
Yeah, it's the thing. I do not need a book and a set of instructions to tell me what is right and wrong. I don't understand the pushback to basing what is right and wrong on what it does to other people and what harm it causes and the empathy that it gives. Yeah. Greg is an evil person that doesn't care about other people, only cares about his magic sky daddy. He literally said that maybe I would when I asked him if he would rape and murder people if he didn't believe in God. I mean, what a piece of shit.
And of course, I don't know if you caught it, but he said something during his opening. So he's a flat earther, a science denier, an evolution denier, a Bible thumper, and a sovereign citizen. Because he said that the laws don't apply to him and all of that. Go back, watch the intro. That was amazing. That was just fantastic. Next, we have F. Groot gifted 10 Craig McNeil memberships. I don't know why I'm doing the hosting now. If you want, you can take over.
Ahead,
I just went in autopilot. F. Groot, thank you so much. Annalise Knapp for $2.79 Canadian. That's a weird. Did she choose to send that exact amount? Did YouTube do that? That's weird. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Never mind. Listening to Greg makes me feel like a damn genius. I mean, I agree. You know, there is a hallmark of people who are extremely dumb that they have to say, oh, I don't understand you. I don't understand what you're saying, or I don't understand your accent. And that's when you know that they're literally like flailing. But
Max,
just
it wasn't that he didn't
drowning.
understand your accent. He didn't understand the word.
The word, yeah. Even worse. Like some filthy third world Latino guy who's now barefoot and wearing a loincloth knows your native language better than you. I would be embarrassed. I would just be embarrassed. Thank you, Annalise, for that. Mr. E-Man gifted 5 Craig McNeil membership. Thank you so much, Mr. E-Man.
Thank you very much.
Rosina Rip, inside jokes. Greg is such a snowflake.
Yes. Yes, he is.
Indeed. I love because none of these are questions. It's all insults. Tim Davidson for $5. If adaptation or microevolution is 1 + 1, what do you call it when you take a wider view and see 10 + 10? Macroevolution. Thank you so much, Tim. Rosina Rip Inside Jokes for $4.99. Craig, humans are Catarine, old world monkeys.
Oh, sorry. So we got TNN Obsessed Patriot back in the chat. Go get a real job. All right, no, wait, hold on. I want to read that. Go get a real job, dude. Buddy of mine has 900,000 STO support a family, or I think 900,000 to support a family. He works 60 hours on top of YouTube as an electrical engineer. Cool story, bro. I'm a disabled military veteran that literally this is all that I can do, and I support my family with it. I've had many jobs, and this is definitely a proper job that I spend upwards of 60 hours a week on. Also, I tutor physics. Suck my dick.
I have a 9 to 6 job, and I also do YouTube. So, Kiwi Burb for 2 New Zealand bucks. If we're made in God's image, then God is an ape. Indeed. Yep. OG Yeti has been a member for 27 months. That is a year and a quarter.
Dude.
No, I win. Peace out. Peace out, bro. Why did God create rabies if he's a good God? Oh, that's a great question. I usually frame it in the sense of why did God create urethral parasites? Or parasites that eat the liquid inside your eye and turn you blind.
Yeah.
Ragebot Beep Boop for $5 Australian says bats don't use their wings to hang upside down. Yeah, they use their leggies. Kiwi burb for 2 New Zealand bucks. Bats use fingers to stretch their main brain to fly. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
like
that's
ducks.
very true. However,
They have
that could be
the
done
webbing.
without fingers. Another appendage that doesn't look exactly like the fucking human hand. If you were going
Yeah.
to design an entirely new creature, I'm sure there's something that's more efficient than that for that job. That wouldn't,
The problem is that bats are mammals because we do have hundreds of types of wings in the natural realm, right? In all species, I can think of ladybugs, butterflies, dragonflies, actual flies, and those little monkeys that well, they're not monkeys, they're like a small primate that they have like a webbing under the arms and they kind of glide like that. So there's a bunch of structures for flight, but the problem is that bats are mammals. So the same way that whales have legs which are fused to create their tails, right? Their tails like that. Bats have the same adaptation in their hands.
Yep.
They have the interdigital webs which form wings. Very, very interesting. All of this is fascinating. I don't
Yeah,
get why
I love evolution, actually.
God damn it!
Jason says, did we come from monkeys or what? No, we didn't come from monkeys. Monkeys and us came from a common ancestor.
And we are still apes. Like
Yeah.
seriously, let me pull this up again for just a second.
Oh, shall I just read out the message I got from Greg?
Yes.
You could not handle my truth. What a gutter channel. He didn't say any truth apart from the fact that he would rape and murder people. And he says, you and MC Toon are pathetic losers. You literally cannot handle truth. You cannot have a debate and allow the other person to speak. Well, we were trying to get you to speak on fucking topic because speaking to you is like throwing garlic on a vampire. It's interesting to me that you have such little confidence in your point of view that you have to hire a moderator that is literally your wingman. Lol. You can BS your followers if you want.
You're hiring me?
Apparently so. I didn't understand that you were just trying to moderate the debate,
Holy shit, they're dumb. They're so dumb.
You can BS your followers if you want, but you and I know the truth. You're pathetic. You don't even believe your own lies enough to argue them. I'm just going to say, go rape and murder
up.
like you want to. All right. Okay, yeah. All right. I did say he should be hung, which is maybe a bit far.
A little bit over the top.
But,
I didn't want to say it then.
Do you want someone like that in society that's just happy to go around raping and murdering?
I mean,
even
I'm
in
pretty
prison?
I'm pretty sure he lied, but he did say that he was a detective. No fucking way this guy was a detective. He has no idea what evidence even is. Right? So he fucking lied. And I was so glad when he brought up, apes and gorillas. Because, the gorilla has a little bit of a smaller head, but gorillas have pretty much the same intercranial space as we do. And look at that skeleton. It's the same skeleton.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same.
It just is like a fat guy, right?
Yeah. It's wild. I'm sorry that I brought this up in the middle of the day.
No,
I thought that it
to.
would be a great just illustration, and I have this screenshot like super handy because it's really useful. Let's see where OG Yeti member for member for 25 months. Peace out. Ravies, Ragebot. Okay, sorry, here. Dihydrogen monoxide for £5. Craig, to be fair, saying he should be hung is a bit far. He should be in prison, though, for certain. Yeah, I didn't want to get into it at the moment, but yeah, might have crossed a little bit of a line. Maybe smacked around or one of those self-hugging jackets in a padded room. Maybe that would do him some good. But yeah, we all say stuff in the heat of the moment, but he took it back. It's all good.
Yeah, he shouldn't be hung, but he shouldn't be in fucking society. And you know what? Maybe prison's great because people that rape and murder get dealt with in prison.
Annalise, for $2.79 Canadian, I don't choose the amount. It's automated. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for clearing up my dumbness. You rock, Annalise. Ragebot, beep boop for $5 Australian.
Thank
They
you.
think having a job is a win because it's so rare for them. Mr. Eman been a member also for 27 months. That is
Dude.
so long. Bats evolved to fly twice. This can be demonstrated by the structure of their hands. And finally, Rosina RIP Inside Jokes. Craig, look up Catarini, the order of monkeys human belong to. And that is CATARRHINI.
Well, yeah, we
I was
belong
so
to
glad.
orders, but orders aren't species. We're also fucking, mammals. We're also, vertebrates. We're lots of things, but we are a great ape. When you get down to what our species is. There's someone saying it in the chat. You can't escape your clade. Yeah.
I was so glad that you brought up the people. There's two actual populations separated by a whole world. It's the people of the Andes in Chile, Bolivia, and Ecuador who live all of their life in extreme altitudes. And then there's also the people of Tibet who are having the same adaptation. And I have a scientific paper on that that I actually used for a debate where I made Sal Cordova cry. Where is my folder? And then there is also another they are called the sea nomads of Southeast Asia, who spend a lot of, it's almost like the ones at the top of the mountains, only that they spend a lot of their time diving for pearls, for food, for oysters and that kind of stuff. So first, mechanically, when you exert yourself, like Craig, for example, he started pushing his muscles and now he has strong muscles. With these people happens is that they push their lungs and their spleens and their whole circulatory system to squeeze the last amount of oxygen in their body so they can dive longer. So that generates a mechanistic improvement on the individual. The thing is that with the successive generations, that mechanistic improvement gets written into the gene code. So now the babies of this population are being literally born with bigger lungs, bigger spleens, small capillary vases, so that the most of the blood stays in the important organs, and they feel less cold and they feel less, pain, they feel less pressure. So these people are literally evolving today. And of course, we have scientific papers on all of that.
There was a couple of points
It's
where he was
pretty
like,
interesting.
yeah. Well, obviously there's adaptation. Well, then you agree that evolution is a thing.
Yeah.
Because that's literally what the reason that any species evolve is because it has to adapt to the pressures of its environment. And it's not like one thing just all of a sudden becomes something else. Random mutations happen. And then the random mutation that allows them to survive the environmental pressures is the one that continues in the gene pool. It's so simple to fucking understand. But no, my fucking God did it. And oh my God, I'm sorry, but the dude literally said that without his God, he would rape and murder people.
Yeah.
Like, what
And
the
of
fuck?
course, if I had done a bingo card, I would have got it in just his intro. I would have got bingo because he said everything from the earth is flat to the sovereign citizen nonsense to my taxes. Like, motherfucker, we know you pay taxes. You're so broke you can't even pay attention. And all the derp. He said that was the perfect example of all the derp in one intro.
Yeah.
Dihydrogen
Monoxide
monoxide.
says... Oh, sorry, you go on.
Sorry. No, it's your show. I'm so sorry.
£5, he says, I'm sure having Scandinavian ancestry has nothing to do with the fact that I can go out in shorts and a shirt at minus 5 degrees C. Totally not. No, it's not like it's in your genes or anything.
Right.
It's not like because my family was descended from the cold Isles of Barra in Scotland that I literally wear shorts and t-shirt all year round. It's nothing to do with that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Rubik says that Awake Souls has a date for a debate. Thank you. Yeah, Rubik's is going to be getting like an executive producer plate on this channel right now, because if you guys don't
All
know, that
right.
Rubik's is all the shorts that you're seeing, Rubik's. Rubik's is contacting people for debates, including the fake physics professor that Durf spoke to. He's going to be hopefully coming and talking to me. They've been doing an amazing job, and they're basically part of the channel now. So, fucking oh yes, Rubik's.
Exciting.
Yeah.
I love Rubik's.
Yeah, man.
That is so cool.
But I guess that's going to be it for tonight, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Max, thank you for coming to, well, I guess attempt to moderate, but what can you do when someone doesn't understand that the moderator is fucking in charge?
Yeah, that was rough. And I have to apologize to you but like it is one of the most triggering things when people say like, I don't understand your English. Like, dude, I've been studying 30 years. Since I was 7, I've been studying. And even my first teacher ever told me, you're going to be great at this. And I have been told by every teacher of English that I've ever had that I am really good at this.
Yeah.
So it is one of the most annoying things, because as a Uruguayan that has a channel that has everyone that speaks English, it is very, very irritating when someone goes there, and I did get a little bit triggered with
No,
that.
mate, I understand. He basically insulted you. You know what? James, as a moderator, wouldn't take that.
Yeah.
James, if someone just started arguing with the moderator, James would just fucking boot them and get rid of them. So what can you do when people are so stupid they don't even understand how debates function? The fact that his intro was just reading a bunch of sermons instead of giving evidence. So I started with some scriptures.
And he read Paul. Like, who the fuck cares what Paul said?
Aye.
Like, no one cares what Paul said. What Paul went around killing Christians, and then he said like, if I do this, I can actually be an authority. So he went and became an authority. Like, dude, quote me Jesus, quote me, I don't know, the Old Testament. Don't quote me fucking Paul. I would like to talk to this moron about his idea of morality. He would get crushed.
Well, he's on
But
Facebook.
yeah,
I think that's the only social network thing he understands how to use.
Oh, I only have my personal Facebook, so no, never mind.
Well, I could give him your email. Or I could just give you his email.
It's okay. No, it's that kind of like white, so he can say, "Oh, I don't understand you. I don't understand you." Meanwhile, like everyone else understands me from like every other country in the world understands when I speak. It's ridiculous.
Right, okay. Sorry to interrupt you there, but Awake Souls has got back with terms for debate. Even though I want you to remember,
Okay.
that when he was talking to Will, he said he'd come on any channel. He'd go on a neutral
Correct.
channel. Then his mum was like, no, you have to go on a neutral channel. Why would he go to your channel? These are the terms, non-negotiable. Channel. The debate will be on my channel, Awake Souls.
Oh, they're already. I like when they go like they puff their chest, and as soon as you look at them hard, they start backing out.
Yeah. Both you and MC Toon have already said publicly you debate me, us there. We're holding you to your own words. Okay, cool. I'm still going to fucking stream it. Format 2v2. Myself and the Limitless channel versus you and MC Toon. MC Toon must be included. Fine. I'm sure that's fine. Moderator. You can pick whoever you want. Maybe I can get my 12-year-old daughter to do it. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
I don't care if it's your best friend, your pastor, or your barber. The rules of the debate must be agreed upon, and the moderator must uphold the rules agreed upon. Earliest date, September 21st. If you want this debate, show up. If you refuse, that's on you, and everyone will see it for what it is. Cowardice and more empty posturing. So you think you and Toon would be down for it on September 21st? Well, I would. Just depends if Toon would be.
To September 21st. What is that? That is a Sunday. Toon typically doesn't stream on Sundays, but I'm pretty sure Toon would make an exception for these derplings.
Let me just see if Toon's free.
Yeah, they will have mute control, but how will it? You need to ask them how, because if they're doing StreamYard, they need to grant like access to the whole StreamYard for the moderator. Otherwise, how can he deal? Yeah, if it's StreamYard, it's a complication. If it's Zoom, it's a lot easier. But I don't think they use StreamYard though, because he did say, well, StreamYard, he said this system is shit. But StreamYard is quite good. I love it.
Yeah, right. Well, Toon's not free right now, but I'm sure he'll agree to that because we'll just stream it on our channels and, have some fun with them. These guys are dumb.
Yeah.
They give Oakley arguments and say it's virtual reality.
Yes. He's like, you can't measure an angle.
And if you want to know,
I did like Dave McKeegan's explanation with the use. Like, think about this. Even the useless game of fucking curling debunks flat Earth because there they measure from circles to circles and they get accurate. Like they can determine who wins the game. Did you watch that video from Dave McKeegan? That was a pretty great one.
It's on my list. I've got so many videos I'm behind on. Greg's talking about how it doesn't matter what he said about rape or murder. I still lost the debate.
Oh.
He says, want to get a
wild.
real debate with someone who takes the topic seriously. He doesn't have to rely on pathetic insults.
He was the first one to insult people.
I know. I'm just going to dunk on him in Messenger until he blocks me. So, yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. That's
Rubik's, I 100% agree to those terms. Have you got contact with Toon? See if you can see what he says. But, yeah. And if you want to know how to debate Awake Souls, just go to his channel. And under his recent videos where he was preparing for the debate with Will, he's just put all his arguments, including how to debunk them.
Tony says participants in debates generally don't get to announce that they won. I try to tell the guy that when you call victory in a debate, you're actually not making a good case for yourself. But he didn't. He wasn't understanding.
Yeah, I mean, it's just they're never going to grow up.
No.
Right. Anyway,
what a
thank you guys for
combination
watching.
of Flerf, creationist and
Sovsits.
and sovereign citizen. Like, wow.
Yeah. And that's just the American Midwest, for fuck's sake.
Become a Nazi and that's it. Like, you're the scum of the earth.
Yeah. And I like the fact that he says that he'll fight me. And even though I'm going to America, he won't make the rest of the journey.
Right, because of course, it's like they challenge you to a fight and then they want you to go to them. Like, dude, oh my God, no. Why?
I'm
Why
doing
would
99% of the traveling. You do the last 1%.
Yes.
And apparently they've got rights in Idaho that means they don't have to deal with people like me. What? Smart people that are good looking and awesome at the sex.
He said the law didn't apply to him, so who cares what this guy? How do these people exist? I've never even came across anyone like that in real life here, ever until I started, being in this space. It's wild that people like that still exist.
Yeah, it is absolutely fucking crazy. I thought my sermon was way better than his anyway. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Max, thank you for, attempting to moderate. If you guys want to check out more of Max, then the link to his channel is in the title. Click on the Your Bro Mate Talks bit. Thank you. I love all of you. Not you, Gary. Sit the fuck down. Like, share, subscribe. Remember, stupidity is not a right. Fight the flat earth.
Fight the flat earth.